The Arizona podcast is brought to you by Triumph Protective Coatings. They specialize in concrete polish, epoxy flooring systems, micro top floors and walls, and self leveling underlays. They service all of California and they are an awesome company. They speak Spanish and they do amazing work. Check them out at triumph underscore coatings on Instagram. And if you use the promo code arrows up, you get 10% off. So check them out. All right. Uh, I said I was going to do it, so I did it. Super Bowl Sunday, Niners Chiefs recap. I'm heartbroken. I am upset. I'm sad. Yeah, but we talked Super Bowl. And I loosened up towards the end. But it is what it is. Congrats to the Chiefs and their fans, the Swifties. Congrats to all of you. The 49ers, it's going to be okay. We're going to win one eventually. Kyle Shanahan should still be the coach. He's my guy forever. Bang, bang, Niner gang forever. Here we go. So what'd you think? What'd you think of the game?
Man, good game as far as like from the standpoint of being like an exciting close game, but man, I thought the Niners had it, man. Like the way they finished the game, were moving the ball, and then the way they started the overtime running the ball, and the fact that they got the ball first, I was like, oh, dude, they're probably going to get like the touchdown right off the bat. And so, but do you know how many carries McCaffrey had throughout the game? I feel like they could have started like running it a lot sooner. By the time it started running, I was like, it was already close at that point when McCaffrey kind of got going. But yeah, what did you think? Wait, I can't hear you, Jerm, unless you're not talking.
I guess it was a good game, but obviously I had a horrible experience watching it. And it comes down to touchdowns, really. I mean, if you can't score touchdowns and you can't get a defensive stop, then there's not much to it than that. I think that's I know the blame likes to be thrown around, but I mean, there's just this one is different because there's not really much blame. Just
Yeah,
it was close, and the Chiefs made one more play than the Chiefs offense made one more play than the 49er defense, and that was the game. But I mean,
yeah. We thought like on that 4th and 1, the one the Chiefs got in overtime, where I thought that might be a game right there, and they don't get the 4th and 1, and then boom, 22-19. But and then the call they made too, like that play they drew up, I was just like, me and brother, we were both watching. We were like, they really just called that and just like a designed run with him with like Kelsey like as the lead blocker. We were like, because I thought, are they going to run it? I was like, or like QB sneak, and I was not QB sneak's not really the thing. And then I was like, why are they lining up in shock? I was like, are they going to pass? And then we were just like, dude, what? That was a gutsy call. I was like,
mm-hmm.
And the way also, I don't know, Romo was kind of pissing me off, like with his announcing. I was just kind of like, he was like, "Oh yeah, Mahomes is like he's like a running back out there," and I'm like, "No, let's stop."
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm starting to realize like I hadn't really heard him like announce a bunch, but my dad asked me, he's like, "Do you like him as an announcer?" And I was like, "He definitely knows football stuff, but like once you point out that he doesn't really like always know stuff until the game is being played, like
Mm-hmm.
super last minute, knowing stuff." I was just like, yeah, like it doesn't sound like he actually does research before the games. Like he's just showing up and then analyzing what he's seeing there
Yeah.
at the game. And so that's
Yeah.
kind of like annoying, but yeah. What happened to Greenlaw? Like he tore something? Like that was weird.
I think he tore his Achilles.
Yeah. That was like just as perplexing as like when Rogers tore his thing like that first time with the Jets.
Mm-hmm.
I was just like, dude, what? Like he was just jogging onto the field. I was like, so, and he wasn't hurt or anything prior, right? Like it was just
Right.
total like kind of freak accident vibes. But yeah, man, I was like, once it and it's funny, the game felt kind of like I think it was 10-zip early on, right? And then the way the Niners were playing out was like for a brief moment, I was like, dang, they might blow them out,
Mm-hmm.
you know?
Yeah.
But then once the Chiefs quickly made it 13-10, I was like, oh, here we go. Like, they're just gonna like flip that little switch and like pull out that little Mahomes like playoff magic. And I was like, ooh. That's why when Eliza was like, Germ, like start talking smack, bro, I was like, nah, I was like, that's too soon, bro. Like you don't want to like that score tends to like it's still not like a comfy enough lead to be like
Right.
throwing like verbal haymakers,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah. How did you feel at that point when they were up 10-zip and it was like they were looking pretty good?
Well, I mean, I felt the same the whole game. I mean, I was never in a point where I felt comfortable.
Yeah. What about your brother? Did you kind of have to like be like, don't get too comfortable? Because they'd been like his not his first Super Bowl with them, but like as he's
No,
gotten older.
we were
Was
both
he also nervous
very,
too?
yeah, we were both, I mean, you have to be a complete, like, delusional fan to be like, this is in the bag. Like,
Right, right.
10-0 is nothing.
It's nothing. Yeah.
That's a nothing lead. So,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Neither of us was like feeling ourselves or thinking
Right,
it.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, dude. They got a chance to do a three-peat, right? That's what everybody's saying now.
Right.
And it's starting to become like a thing that they're because I was like, Mahomes like what 28, and I'm just like,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
dang, dude, he's still really young.
Right.
So, what are the chances that like Brady finishes and like the next generational player is like already there? That's like it's kind of weird.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy that this is how it's working out. Like a
Because I remember
legit.
like when he first um got the starting role, like I knew he was good, but I didn't think he was going to be like this good. And so like as soon as he got that first one, and then they started making like the Rodgers comparisons and I was just kind of like, no, he's not going to be like a generational guy. And then here we are, and it's like, oh dang, it's kind of looking that way. But
Well, I think it's clear he is a generational guy.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I'm saying. But like the speed at which he got there, you know, because most
Yeah.
of the guys like they have like there's always like I want to say a flaw, but like it's like with Manning, it was like okay, he got one Super Bowl,
Yeah.
but then it was like he's still a regular season guy, couldn't always get it done in the playoffs.
Right.
And even with Rodgers, super talented, can make big plays, but only got the one ring. And then the same thing with Breeze, like crazy stats, can play, but and then Mahomes is just like cashing them in like season after season, and we're like, dang, dude.
Yeah.
I am hopeful though that like with Harbaugh in the mix now in the AFC, like it'll be competitive and a healthy Joe Burrow with the Bengals.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, because it's like I don't know, it's starting to get ridiculous with how we're just expecting them to be like at least AFC Championship like every season. But
Yeah. Yeah. It's an impressive run.
yeah, what'd you think of the halftime show?
Uh, I have no thoughts on the halftime show.
No thoughts. Yeah,
No. What'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I actually forgot about like some of the songs he had.
Yeah.
Or like when he brought out like Ludacris and Lil Jon, I was like, okay. I was like, I kind of forgot about that kind of Usher, you know?
Yeah.
So yeah, it was nice. I thought he was gonna bring out Bieber potentially, just because like he was kind of like a
He had a song with him?
no, he was like his mentor. Like he kind of I don't know if he discovered Bieber, but like he was someone that Bieber would work with early on when he was
Oh,
like
I see.
a,
Yeah.
a kid. So even my sister was like, I think she follows him on Instagram, and she was like, "Oh, Bieber's in Vegas." And then at that point, I think only Alicia Keys had been like the announced like
Yeah.
guest,
Right.
and so we were like, "Oh, she might bring out he might bring out Bieber," and I was like, but as the show went on, I was like, once he brought out Little John Luda, I was like, no, they're not going to bring out Bieber. That's like too many people already.
Yeah.
But it was cool, and it's always such a mixed bag with like the responses. Like on Facebook, some people were like, "Oh, I enjoyed it. I like Usher," and then some people were like, "Oh, dude, that was whack. That was terrible." So
Yeah.
yeah,
What was the song you enjoyed the most?
let's see. Let It Burn. Yeah, Let It Burn. That was one. And then even the OMG one, I was like, dang. And then my brother was like, yeah, this is like the stuff that was up when we were like, I think I was still in high school, but he was like, I don't know, we are kind of having like an old head moment because my sister was like, I don't know any of these songs, and we're like, dude, like these are the bops, you know. But
Yeah.
yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Good job, Usher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How do you feel moving forward? Like, what are you looking for in the off season? What kind of takes do you think the Niners fan base is going to have? Like, what do you think they're going to say that you're like, that's absolutely ridiculous? Because I think we
Fire
already saw
Fire
like
Shanahan.
Fire Shanahan.
That's probably like the stupidest take people can have.
Yeah.
I mean it's hard because like you guys like the group chat we're in, you guys gave me a lot of crap for playing possum.
Yeah.
And it's like this is like third Super Bowl, third kick to the nuts, which is another thing you guys make fun of me for. But this stuff is real. Like this stuff is like these losses like pile up and they feel awful one after the other. Um, this might be hyperbole because I might feel like this right now. I don't know
Right.
if I can enjoy the regular season, to be honest with you,
Yeah.
until they get the Super Bowl because it's just like
It's a different animal. I know what you mean. Like,
because it's just like, okay, cool, like we beat the Cowboys week 5.
right, beat the
Sick.
Eagles. Like, they dismantle the Eagles.
Yeah, like
Yeah,
cool, we made it to the division round. Oh, cool, we made it to the NFC Championship game, and it's like now it's like I kind of just want to see them win a Super Bowl. Like at this
yeah,
point, like I don't know, everything else is like whatever. Um, so
yeah,
I mean, probably the craziest take is probably going to be about Shanahan firing Shanahan, which I think
yeah.
is like crazy.
At what point? And this is like a hypothetical, like years down the line from now. But if this ends up being like, if it continues being a thing where they still haven't gotten the ring, not that it's the same thing as like a Marvin Lewis thing or like the Mike Tomlin thing, because like you guys are pretty consistent in the playoffs, like as
Well,
far as like,
this is Andy Reid with the Eagles.
yeah. So I'm like, how, like,
Yeah,
what's the expiration date? Like, when will even you be like, you know what, dude, like something is going on?
I don't know because what's the like? 'Cause it's easy to say fire him, but it's okay.
Right.
Who you bringing in?
What then? Yeah.
Like who are we replacing Shanahan with? That we're guaranteeing ourselves the equal success. Like forget like a Super Bowl. Like
Right.
what he's done is the only other guy who's done it is Andy Reid, who's got into all these like championship games, got into the Super Bowls. So so I don't know. Like I don't know if there is a bench. I mean, if the success is this, if this is what's consistently like being constantly like a NFC Championship game or Super Bowl, and this is like the trend we're on. I don't know. I mean, and again, I'm probably the wrong person to ask because I think so highly of Shanahan, but
Yeah.
I I don't know. I don't think there is. I think to me, you let him figure it out, and I think it's Shanahan is good enough to win Super Bowls, and this is exactly like Andy Reid. Andy Reid, and you remember this, like because
Yeah.
you were watching the Pats win all those Super Bowls, but the rap on Andy Reid before he won the
Got the
Super
big one.
Bowl was he's a great coach, great offensive mind, but can't win the big one. He
Yeah.
gets close, but he can't win the big one. And that was like now everyone talks about Andy Reid like he's the best ever and genius. But everybody forgets like Andy Reid was spoken of the exact same way everyone is talking about Kyle Shanahan right now. And even when he blew that big lead versus Andrew Luck and the Colts in the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
and the Chiefs blew that lead, and it's like typical Andy Reid team. So that's the trajectory, and I think Kyle is in a place where once he wins his first, I think he's gonna win several. So it's why to me, I don't give that up. They're just like because Eagles fans, I'm sure, kick themselves thinking like, bro, like we had this guy. And as soon as he leaves us, he starts winning all these rattling off Super Bowls.
Well,
Like
let me play devil's advocate here for a sec.
okay,
Because
yeah,
what if Mahomes is playing a big part of that?
for sure,
You know,
yeah, yeah,
it, we might be seeing like the opposite of, well, not really the opposite, but like, well, no, because Belichick lost quite a bit before he got Brady. But like we saw what Belichick was before Brady, and then Brady came, and then we saw Belichick for a bit after. And not saying he's not a great coach, but it's like
How much of it is on Mahomes and how much of it is
right. Because
on,
um, because even then, like Travis Kelce's talked about, like sure they do drop good plays and stuff. They have a great offense and all that, but what really makes it click is Patrick's ability to just innovate when he's on the go after the initial play is already kind of up in the air.
Mhm.
So that's the thing I'm thinking about with Andy now. Like now that he's got three, I'm just like, and he was doing pretty good when he had Alex Smith for a while,
Yeah.
with the Chiefs. So that's that was when they won. I was like, that was kind of like on my mind. I was just like, because I do remember when he spoke about Andy that other way where it's like he couldn't win the big one. Um, but um, but yeah, what do you think about that moment with like Travis Kelsey yelling at him?
That's
I was
crazy, huh?
yeah, I was like, yeah. Even my dad was like, because my dad he doesn't know who Travis Kelsey is. Like he doesn't know the
Yeah.
names that we know. So he
Right,
was just
right, right.
like, dude, who's that guy yelling at the coach? And I didn't know what had happened. I just saw it happened like right after the fumble, right? Pacheco fumbled it, and
Yeah,
then
he was upset he wasn't on the field.
yeah. So I didn't see that part, and I thought I didn't know because I was like back and forth between like the kitchen, and so I just saw him yelling, and I was just like, oh, like he gets along with Andy Reid, so like maybe he's like hyped, and he's kind of like, like when you shove your bro because you're hyped. I thought maybe he's doing that with Andy, but then I saw like the replay, and I was like, oh no, he wasn't on the field, and something bad happened, and he was like,
Yeah.
so my dad was like, and I was like, he said, he's like, I don't like that. He's like, I'd bench that guy. I wouldn't play him anymore. And then I was like, I see what you mean, but he is like, he's a great player. And it's one of those moments where I thought to myself, like, would I be enabling Travis Kelsey to like keep doing stuff like that just for the sake of him being like a good player?
Yeah.
And they were fine after that. I mean, obviously, like
Yeah.
Kelsey kind of showed up later as far as like catches and all that. But yeah, that was weird. I was like, dude, that's like, he's like yelling in his face. Like,
Hmm.
yeah. Did you watch the I wonder if anyone asked him, be like, "Yo, what did you say to Andy after like that moment?" Or like, did someone calm him down, or did Andy go over and be like, "Hey, dude, like,
I
get
don't
your head out
know.
of your ass"?
I'm not sure.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can't imagine like yelling at a coach like that. Like if I'm a player, I'm just kind of like,
Right.
dude. So yeah, that was weird.
Yeah, that was strange.
If
That
another
was very strange.
hypothetical,
Yeah.
if let's say I'm gonna say I'm gonna go with right now. Hypothetical tomorrow. Oh, Shanahan has been fired.
Hmm.
Would you in your mind be thinking like Niners should pick up Belichick or Mike Vrabel?
Duh. Yeah.
Would those be the two names that come to mind immediately? You're like, like for right now, like just
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, I mean, because again, who are you replacing Shanahan with? Like, if you're
yeah,
telling me you're replacing him with some rando offensive coordinator, or
right.
that just doesn't make any sense to me. So it's easy to have like that first take type of approach, and like he's got to go, and
Yeah,
it's okay, but with for who? Like who?
yeah,
Like this team just lost in the Super Bowl. Like so, yeah, it's easy as it is to like, oh, they were up 10 again, and blah, blah, blah. It's okay, but like for who? For who? Who is it that you would want here in this spot? Who is it that like would put the Niners? What coach leads this Niner team to the win in this game?
hmm
And maybe Belichick. Maybe that's the answer because Belichick is like maybe he schemed he would have schemed the defense in a way that it's more sustainable. But I don't know. I mean, the Chiefs scored 25 points in like 5 quarters. That's pretty good.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's not like I think the gaping like, oh man, if this doesn't happen, is McCaffrey's fumble. If McCaffrey doesn't fumble, the Niners come away with points. And if Trent Williams doesn't get caught for two back-to-back penalties, the Niners probably score in the first two possessions, and they probably say they go one touchdown, one field goal, and you start 10, and all of a sudden it's at halftime 20-3. That's a different ball game
Yeah.
because it becomes a 20. They score 20. They score 9 in the fourth, so it becomes a 29-25 game. So at that point, it's a different sense. So I think it's easy to point at Shanahan, but I think you have to. I think that's. You and I have talked about this, like when people tell on themselves. Like
Right.
if the crowd if what comes out tomorrow, which probably will, and the Stephen A's and Shannon Sharps and these dudes are calling for Shanahan's head, I'm like, yeah, so you clearly didn't watch that football game.
Mm-hmm.
Like you clearly just sat there and like just watched Usher sing with Alicia Keys, but you didn't watch that football game because what else is he supposed to do? Like what? Like I just don't understand. Like what is so different that another coach would bring?
Mm-hmm.
Because I just think it's so easy to want to replace the coach, and I think it happened with like Belichick in New England. Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, it's easy to just kind of like dump him and be like, oh, it was all Brady. But I'm like, I don't know. Like, it was his call in the Malcolm Butler. Like, if you look at everything that was said, everything that was recorded, Brady wasn't the one who called the Malcolm Butler pick. He's not the one who practiced the situational stuff. So yeah, it's easy to like, yeah, he sucks. He didn't have Brady, but it's like, okay, but like, did you watch the Patriots this year? Like the Patriots were super competitive in a lot of their games. So I think it's to me the conversation on Shanahan is almost asinine and idiotic, and it to me speaks of a person that doesn't understand football. Because if we're gonna fire Shanahan for getting to the Super Bowl and losing in overtime, then we should that same crowd should be on the let's fire Dan Campbell because he cost the Lions a Super Bowl berth. That same camp should be let's fire John Harbaugh for costing Lamar Jackson and the Ravens a chance at the Super Bowl. Let's fire Mr. Mediocre in Pittsburgh for only winning 8 games. So I just think it's such a if we're gonna play this game, well, let's play this game, but we need to like extend it and really play the game. Like I just don't. I think Shanahan has become such a easy target for the stuff in Atlanta. And I was telling David like man, David. I was telling Eli yesterday.
Yeah.
Because he's always like, like he lost to the Patriots. And it's like, you do know he was an offensive coordinator, right? Like you do
Right.
know he spotted the head coach, who's supposedly a defensive guy. He spotted him 25 points late in the third quarter versus the Patriots. Like if
Right.
you as a defense cannot hang on to a 25-point lead with it like late in the third quarter, like that's kind of on you. Like you don't have enough like 25 points. It's not like so I just think to me
Yeah.
it'd be like in the Eagles Super Bowl, it'd be like if everyone was like, "Oh, that Super Bowl's on Patricia because he was the defensive coordinator, and how couldn't he stop Nick Foles?" But you don't hear that. Like you don't hear like Patricia getting blamed for that.
Right.
I think it's just so crazy that he gets blamed for that loss when he was the offensive coordinator. But I think Shanahan's becoming the easy target, and maybe I'm a homer, but I think we have to. If we're gonna have this conversation, I don't think you start with Shanahan. I just I just don't see how that happens. Like this guy has gotten as close as you can get to winning the Super Bowl without actually winning the Super Bowl. It's the same thing with Nick Sirianni. Like I'm not a Nick Sirianni guy by any stretch, but
Mhm.
everybody was like, fire Nick Sirianni. And even though I was in the camp because you could bring in Vrabel or Belichick, like, and that, like, but Nick Sirianni's a good coach. He just lost his top coordinators, and clearly those guys were far more important than we realized this season. So, yeah,
Who's the Niners defensive coordinator right now?
Steve Wilkes.
Steve
He's
Wilkes.
probably the fall guy. He's probably the guy getting fired.
I was gonna say because I mean,
Which isn't fair either, but it is what it is.
yeah, but because is okay, Shanahan is. I don't know with specifically with the talent on that defense. I think even if you were to lose, let's say Debo, or let's say like all the weapons aren't all available on offense. If the defense is sound
You
and
should be
Brock is
fine.
the guy that you guys are fine,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And just with the guys you have on there, like with Warner and Greenlaw and Boza, I'm just like, man, like if those dudes are really like clicking, um, like they should be. I don't know. I don't know if this is like a not a wild take, but like you would think they'd be reminiscent of like Legion of Boom status or like 2000 Ravens with like a team that's that like
Yeah,
heralded on that side of the ball.
right.
To where they make games really not a snooze fest, but those like low scoring defense games where it's like, oh, we won today, like 17 zip, or we could throw like a touchdown and a field goal and we'll win
Mhm.
because like we're gonna have a few shutouts.
Yeah.
Um, so yeah, because I don't know, I feel like we've seen a lot of teams that have those high powered offenses,
Hmm.
and I don't want to give too much credit to the old saying like the defense wins championship things, but it's like it's pretty when the defense is steady, like it's the offense usually follows in suit, even if it has its problems
Yeah.
more often than not. With as opposed to having a really good offense and like a so-so defense. Um, but uh, but yeah, do you think Brock gets a big deal despite the loss?
Yeah. I mean, not this offseason, but yeah,
Mm-hmm. How long does that contract last? The rookie one,
5.
5. Ooh,
So,
dang.
I mean, he probably gets 2 more seasons, I would think.
Yeah.
So, I mean, the Niners are still in good spot to add players around, and um, I know the priority is going to be Brandon Ayuk, and he's going to be the priority. Um, but it's yeah, I mean, it just honestly it comes down to getting it done because I'm
Yeah.
not going to say maybe we're going to need to beef up the O line, and the O line's got to get better, but um, I don't know. It's around the margins. Like
Do you
I'm
think
not
Trent
gonna.
Williams comes back?
Yeah, he said he's coming back.
Oh, he did. Okay.
Um, I'm not gonna sit here and just be like, yeah, we need like we need another playmaker. We need another like because our team is good, but it's just
Right.
it comes down to execution. You just gotta execute and um yeah, I mean I don't know if I don't think there's much else to say besides that. You gotta execute. You gotta score the points,
Yeah.
and that's it.
it's pretty crazy how like you have because I was watching the and I love this specific pod episode, but Edelman on the New Heights pod, like when they talk about those Patriot teams, and and they were like, Bill is really good at just getting these guys that play their role, and they might not be great at a lot of stuff, but they have a certain job to do, and they're they nail it, right? Um, and sometimes it would work, sometimes it wouldn't, because there were like that middle period where Brady couldn't win the Super Bowl again. There were a lot of defenses on that team where I was like, man, dude, these guys just can't they can't catch like a cold in a storm, like kind of vibe, But then I mean later on, like they would figure it out, obviously, but it's yeah. I wonder if it's just like a chemistry thing, because that seems to be the theme with defenses like that, where it's like they're kind of like no name guys, but they really mesh, and then you have like a stacked defense, and it's just like, hmm, you know,
yeah,
like my buddy, and I mentioned before, look, my buddy that coaches the 10 hat guy. He was like, he's like, you'd be surprised what can be done when like you have a coach that might not be like the best coach, but he can get like total buy-in with a system versus a coach who's like kind of like McDaniels, where it's like, oh, they're supposed to be smart, but they hate the guy,
Yeah.
Not that anyone on the Niners staff is like hated, but it's just like an extreme, like McDaniels versus like Belichick, like making teams, and it's just like, oh, who's that guy playing outside linebacker? And it's like, oh, Jamie Collins, like he's really good, like for a few games in a season, and then he gets traded to like Cleveland and he disappears like completely,
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, remember that guy? Like, yeah, or like Jonas Gray. Do you remember Jonas Gray? Like, and it's just has like a insane game against the Colts, and it's like I've never heard from that guy since, but he was electric in that one game,
Yeah.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. Because you like I wonder if like what Niners ownership is gonna say, and like Lynch and all that, and just like if they do make any moves and you're just gonna be there sitting like you said, it's like you have all these emotions and stuff, and then it's just like we're not really gonna act on those, right, guys? Like we got a good thing going. We should at least see if we can like, try again next year, so to speak, but yeah. Yeah, man. Hmm. Where did you watch the game?
My mom's house.
Your mom's. Yeah. Did you end up eating after, or were you just like, I'll see y'all later?
Yeah, I don't really have an appetite.
Yeah.
They made carne asada. I mean, it looked delicious. Just had no appetite.
Yeah. Dang. Oh, dude. Haney and Garcia. Your thoughts?
It pays to be popular on
social media?
It pays to be popular on social media because I respect to Trevor, but there's no
like that isn't one fight.
That's the only reason why Ryan is getting that fight, because besides that, he doesn't deserve that fight. He hasn't earned that fight.
Yeah.
But I mean, when you're popular and the name of the game is selling tickets, then it helps. It is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Hey, so the dude, George, got whooped, huh? Like,
yeah, man.
I mean, hopefully he still comes on, but like, I gotta call it what I call it. What we saw, like he like.
What did they were? Did you hear what was going on in the corner? Like what was being said?
Yeah, I mean the corner was pretty much just like asking him to throw like combinations. Um, but
Oh,
he was having trouble like with uh with the punches he was receiving because he was getting hit quite a lot, and the other
yeah.
guy was like throwing punches off platform, and it was very. I mean, it was a very like. I don't want to compare him to Manny Pacquiao. That's like sacrilegious, but think of like a poor man's Manny Pacquiao. Like the punches
Oh,
were
the
coming
other
from.
guy, like
Yeah, yeah.
Guidon, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Giron, yeah. Like the
yeah.
punches were coming from like
Weird
different
angles, kind of.
angles.
Yeah, yeah.
And so George couldn't adjust to it. He didn't know how to defend it. Then he got dropped on, like he kept getting
Hmm.
it was crazy because he kept getting hit with the uppercut just down the middle when the guy was like flat footed. Like he wasn't even setting up for it. Um yeah, it was not good. Not
Yeah,
good. So yeah.
yeah, yeah. I wonder if the trainer that was there. I think he's had the same trainer like for like all of his career. I think.
Yeah, they kept saying that was the same trainer since he was 10 years old.
Yeah, yeah. So it's one of those things where it's like, like like back in the day, like De La Hoya had several trainers, right? Or even there was that one dude that trained Klitschko. I think he passed away.
Okay.
Stewart, Emmanuel Stewart.
Uh-huh.
That guy like trained like so that like back in the day they'd always be like kind of just I don't want to say like sharing trainers, but just like certain guys would go through like a bunch of trainers. But because remember even with like Canelo, we were kind of saying like we had that peak with Eddie, and then I think it was like 2020 or 2021, and then since then it's kind of been like you want to do that power where it's like, do the trainers matter these days anymore? Like, is it even really like are these guys listening, or like do you think would it be wise to stay with the trainer if you've been with them for a long time and then the like the learning curve isn't there anymore, I guess, you know. So I would want to pick his brain about that and just be like, because it's Georgia's, it's his second loss, so I'm just like, like where do you go from here? And like Trevor had kind of mentioned that like Georgia had some plans, um, because he's like you said, like he's like a year younger than me, so like it's like for a fighter, like that's
Yeah, he's old
the
for
clock is ticking, so it's like where do you go from here, especially in this era of like
well, I
fighting where
mean,
it's like the O is
but
such a thing.
but I think for a guy that's not even signed with anybody, and I don't
Hmm.
want to be like pessimistic, but the train has kind of left the station.
Yeah.
Because I mean, let's be realistic. How much resources is a promotion gonna put into a 27-year-old boxer
Hmm.
who's still relatively unknown, has some following, but it's not like he's not Bud Crawford in Cincinnati, or
Right.
Oklahoma,
Right.
Omaha.
Yeah, Nebraska. Hmm.
Um, so yeah, I don't know. I mean, I was just surprised because I don't know if it's a trainer thing. I mean, it could be, but he wasn't letting his hands go all that much. You could tell he had trouble with Hidon's style. Um, they kept emphasizing how he's because of his health conditions in the past, he's become a super like tactical fighter, which is fine, but
Oh yeah,
um,
did they say what it was? Like, did they
I
mention
don't,
anything?
I don't remember what they said. But yeah, they mentioned it. Um, but there isn't a next level. That makes sense. Like
Right, right.
he was in the first or second gear, and there was no gear after that. There was no other adjustment to the adjustments throughout the fight. And maybe that is the corner, but I think also as a
Hmm.
fighter, as you're gathering information on what's being thrown at you, you kind of make it a point to adjust yourself and all right, this guy's attacking me through here. Let me come here. Let me um he wasn't quick on his feet.
Hmm.
So yeah, I don't know. It wasn't good, that's for sure.
Hmm. Yeah. What you think of Teofimo?
I thought he lost the fight,
Yeah, because yeah, I
but
actually watched quite a bit of that one because, like, with George's, I saw a few of the early rounds. I didn't see when he got dropped, but I was like getting dressed and like packing my stuff when he was fighting. Like right when we finished, like, um,
yeah.
and yeah, my brother was watching him, and then that's when I left the house. And then when I got to my gig, it was like the second or third round of Delfimo's fight.
Hmm.
And so, and I had a good view. Like I was able, like we were playing, and it was country music too. So country music is just pretty like it's pretty simple. I'm gonna go ahead and say it. But so
Yeah.
I have like just I was there playing, watching the fight, and then we took a break too. So I was able to watch for a sec, and there was no sound. So I just saw just the boxing, just the movement, and at first I was like, okay, like Ortiz can move, like he's slick,
Yeah.
quick, very elusive, and I was just like, all right. Well, and I was like, well, we've seen like I watched Delfimo fight Lomachenko, so I was like, he should be somewhat familiar with a guy like this. Um, and then I think it was like the fifth or sixth, and I was just like, and then there were times where like he couldn't like cut off the ring on this guy, and he was kind of swinging and missing, and
Times
like
he could have cut off the
he
ring the whole
he,
fight.
he was just like you know when Lomachenko changes the angles on somebody, and then the opponent is just like all of a sudden they're facing the wrong direction, and Lomachenko's just there like ready to unload. I was just like, that was what was going on with him, and I was like, huh, like,
Yeah.
and so yeah, so then by the time I saw the decision, I was just like, oh, he lost, right? And then I was like, oh no, he won, and I was like, I don't think he won, dude.
Yeah, I mean
And we've said that about Delfino. It's like a
he's
different one
lame.
shows up for every fight. Like it's always like,
He's super lame. He's like yeah, he's whack.
yeah,
I'm out on Theo. I mean, I was never in on Teofimo, but like
no
Ryan
consist,
is
no consistency.
no, forget that. Forget like the actual boxing. Just as a person, like as just the way he carries himself.
Oh yeah, no, for sure. I mean, that was
Ryan Garcia is more likable than this guy.
yeah,
Like
no, yeah. Delfino, like he's like,
like
dude, yeah.
like he is just so like oh man, I just was like so like dude, you got the decision because of your name, not because you were awesome. Like, and he was acting like he was like he had like just showcased himself well. ESPN's broadcast sucks. Like those guys are just awful too. Like Tim Bradley, like he's just the worst. I'm just like man, like can they someone save us? Can Jeff Bezos like buy boxing and like bring in Jim Lampley and Max Kellerman because the
Yeah,
Zone's broadcast people suck. ESPN's people suck. I just I refuse to listen to Timothy Bradley. Like I was watching that fight on mute, not because I wanted to like score it, but because I just couldn't listen to Timothy Bradley. I just
yeah.
couldn't do it. He's the worst at calling fights. So yeah, I mean it was I thought Ortiz won. At the very least it was a draw. But what's one of the judges had a 117, 111?
Yeah, yeah. Trevor mentioned because Trevor's also sending me the
I'm like, what fight were you watching, bro?
yeah.
Like,
I was
what
like,
the hell? Like, are you serious? But well,
dude,
that's boxing.
there's got to be like a I don't know, like reform, dude, on just like scoring and just like I mean, like I was telling my dad about like the Tony Romo thing where it's like, dude, the guys and I get it, like the ex ball players. I'm like, dude, can we get some people that actually like
Watch football.
put time into the games and like analyze it and come up with something good to say? Like, dude, because yeah.
Yeah,
How does the judging thing work? It's like how I mean I doubt either of us have the answer, but it's like how do they get into that and then stay like are there any punishments or like revisions or investigations when you have
there clearly isn't. At least
it's
nothing's.
like but there should be those you know what I'm saying it's like
Well,
after something like that like
supposedly there are, but obviously nothing ever gets
yeah
fixed. But yeah,
yeah because every time I see like some of those outlandish scores I'm just like is anyone gonna like mention this later and then be like, should we pick should we have that person score fights again? Like what, so yeah, super scummy. You're just like, what? Okay. Is there a commission? Like can I call corporate? Where's corporate? Is there a number I can call?
Yeah.
Yeah. We still haven't gotten the Canelo announcement.
Yeah.
I'm getting like irritated. I was at work and the Wi-Fi, I don't know, the Wi-Fi was spazzing, and so I was like, all right, let me like see if like because where I work, I don't get like super great service, like so I was like, oh, Canelo posted a story. I was like, let me see if it's like what it is, and I was hoping it would be like the time has come,
Yeah.
May whatever,
Right.
and it's a freaking like an ad for like one of his businesses, and I'm like, am I a joke to you? I'm like, I want to give you my money, bro. Like I bought merch.
Am I a joke to you?
I'm like Will Smith in the Pursuit of Happiness. I'm like, please help Canelo. Like the sustenance I require is like your next fight. Please help me out here, dude.
Yeah.
So
he'll announce it eventually, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I hope it's not Charlo.
Yeah, I mean, it's certainly looking like that's what's going to be. So, do you think that Mahomes can get to 5?
Yeah, if he's healthy, it's looking like he can make it happen. Even in this game, like let's say in like a year or two, like Chelsea retires. And like I said, he stays healthy. I think I like at the least he's competitive enough to make his way back. I think he can get to 5 based on what we've seen and like at this point too. I don't think like I mean Andy Reid's old, but with what he's got going on, like with this team, I don't think he's retiring for another couple years too. He's just like, dude, he's like, we got to ride this thing out. So
I'm gonna go on the limb and I'm gonna say no.
That he can't get to 5.
That he won't get to 5.
That he won't get to 5.
Yeah, because I think we're gonna see the NFL is gonna get tougher, and I think what we're gonna see is just this like super tough road back, and that's why I think no. Yeah.
Tougher as in like like with like Harbaugh coming in and like other teams like you know like Burrow as far as competition.
Yeah, everything.
Yeah.
Josh Allen is only gonna come back with more determination.
Well, here's the thing. I don't know, man.
You gotta think Baltimore is gonna come back because this is a conversation we thought with Brady when he won those 3, and we thought this guy's gonna win every year, and then he went like a long time without winning. And the difference between the two of them is Brady never had the athleticism, and I think as Mahomes gets to 30, 31, and he slows down a little tiny bit, that's going to be a difference between him getting sacked 5 times a game than, compared to like once or twice right now.
Right. No, I get that, but it's looking like Patrick can do it at a quicker rate. Obviously, the argument is that Brady had like the longevity because of his 20 years and wasn't athletic. But I guess what I'm saying is like they can if they make the push, they can maximize the time that Pat has left in that athletic range
for sure
before he starts breaking down. I think it's possible. I'm not going to be like, dude, automatic like 5, but like,
oh yeah, of course it's possible.
Right? No, but I'm saying
I'm not asking.
But when I say possible, I mean like I'm gonna go ahead and say
happen.
like
you think it's gonna happen.
I think he gets at least one more, and he might like. I mean, even if he like, let's say he wins one more, gets to 4. I can imagine there will be like a Super Bowl loss in there, or like an 8. You know what I mean? Like he's written in now. Like I know, like we've all been kind of irritated saying like,
I understand. I get it. I just think 5 is next level stuff. And I think
he's the next level kind of guy, So that's why I'm saying.
But the NFL is only going to get tougher, and I think it's. We saw this with Brady. We've seen this before, and Mahomes. The Chiefs have enough. Will have enough people that are going to want to beat them, and I think that's what happened with the Patriots. The Patriots were slowed down because of all the competition that came at them directly, specifically. So,
yeah.
I love that you have to defend Mahomes here. I love it.
Don't get me wrong. I mean, I saw this tweet and I was like, that encompasses how I feel exactly. Like it was like one of those like Brady Stan accounts.
Yeah.
And he was like, as of right now, Mahomes is an all-time great. Like I recognize his greatness.
For sure.
I will root against him, but when he wins, I'll be like, I'll acknowledge it. So I mean, I'm not gonna be like, the delusional Brady haters like today that even still sit there and like make all the excuses. So,
okay,
but yeah,
that's fair.
Yeah, I just think that within that window,
there's plenty of time.
Yeah. Okay. I give him until like maybe like his cliff will be like at like 33, 34. That's when we'll just kind of be like, all right, you can't maybe make some of those plays like you like even today, like he made a few runs today where I was like, oh dang, he got out of that. Like he was gonna get sacked at the line of scrimmage, and he had enough wiggle room to get like another 5. And it's like in a couple years, it's like he's gonna get caught at the line of scrimmage when he tries to make those plays.
Yeah.
You know? So but then also it's like, dude, I mean, if he gets hurt and if it's like another like big injury or something, that'd be a different story. But I mean, so yeah.
There you go.
You're a sly dog, and you got me over here defending Pat and like.
Yeah. Final thoughts?
Final thoughts. I enjoyed the Deadpool trailer. That was cool. So excited for that.
Cool.
How about you?
I want to go to sleep, and I'm not gonna listen to any football coverage. I'm not gonna listen to any pods that I usually listen to.
You're doing a detox. You're doing like a
I'm not. I don't want to watch like. So there's 4 games. No, there's 5 games. There's 5 games that 6 games. There's 6 NFL games that I refuse to talk about, that I refuse to like watch, that I just have no interest in doing. It's the 3 Super Bowl losses. Actually there's 7. It's the 3 Super Bowl losses. There's a loss to the Eagles last year. There's a loss to the Rams the year before that. It's the loss to the Giants in the NFC Championship game, and it's the loss to the Seahawks. Those 7 games, I don't want to talk about them. When the Niners lost those, I just like didn't listen to any football stuff for like 2 weeks. And that's what I'm gonna do. I don't need to be told why the Niners lost. I saw the game. Thank you very much. And I was going to record this pod to just kind of, this is my piece. This is what I think. And I think we did that. And I will come back next year and be all on board. But right now, I just cannot seem to get excited for the regular season. So I may be even more possum next season if that's possible. And I'm not a cusser. I don't cuss.
Yeah, no, for sure.
And I don't flip people off. But just know, if I get crap for playing possum, deep in my heart, deep rooted in my heart, there is a middle finger. Just to anyone that says, you just play possum. You have a great team. And it's like, okay. I was like, you could talk a lot about your nuts getting kicked. Like, okay. All right. Those are my final thoughts. I'm purging. I'm cleansed. I need an NFL cleanse. So let's go Lakers. Let's go Man U. Let's go Real Madrid. Let's go Cruz Azul. Let's go Sox.
I was going to say Red Sox. Yeah, come on, Red Sox.
Although the Red Sox, there's going to be a lot of angry tweeting about the Red Sox, but
and Canelo, hopefully, if he,
and Canelo, unless he fights Charlo, then it's like,
if he decides to pull his head out of his ass and make some moves.
So as of today, we're on to the Lakers. That's
you're doing like a juice cleanse, but like for NFL.
Yeah. I'm just
a mental sauna, if you will.
Yeah, exactly. No talking, just you and I will
stupid heavy breathing.
Yeah, none of that. You and I will record on Wednesday and like talk about whatever. But yeah, I mean, I'm good. I'm good with the NFL for this year. This one really hurt, man. This one really hurt.
Okay, jerk, bruh. Okay.
This one really bummed me out.
Okay.
I think if I was alone, I might have shed a tear or two. But I
Okay.
was with people, so I think mentally I was like, you're a grown man. Put it together.
Okay.
I'm devastated, to be honest with you.
No, dude. Okay. Real talk. Real talk. Confession time. And don't take this as like, oh, you're seeing this now, like in post or like,
right. Yeah.
If the Niners had won, I would have been happy for you, bro.
Yeah.
I would have been like, just how like Eli said, he was like, I don't want to see you happy.
Yeah.
You know? And yeah, this one, like, because the score when they played the Chiefs in 2019 was like they got ahead by a little bit, right? Like the Chiefs.
Yeah, it was like 31-21, something like that.
Yeah. So this one, like I've been there. Like whenever Super Bowl, is it 42, the undefeated Pats? Like,
oh yeah, I can imagine.
Whenever that comes on, I change the channel or walk out of the room. I'm like, all right, I'll see y'all later. Like, you know, so yeah. Okay. I know that doesn't mean much. That I would have been happy for you, but I want to let you know. That's why I reached out after the game. That's why I was just like, hey, bro, like,
it was too soon.
Because I'm not a like I'm not a rub it in kind of guy.
I get you.
Like
it was just it was just too soon.
You were hurting. You were like you know.
I read that. I'm like, man, get out of here. Like
I know. I was like,
but I know you meant well.
So I just you know. Well, it's okay. I'll tell you this after. Okay, all right. That's
all right. So I'll talk to you Wednesday or sometime this week. And Harry came back today, so that part going up Tuesday. Talk baseball. He was really angry about the jerseys, and I was like, okay. And then like he showed me pictures. And I'm like, wow, they're ugly. I'll send you a picture of like
for like MLB.
Yeah. He's really upset about the Dodgers stuff, but so it's good to have him on. But what's funny is I did the pod, you know, posted it, scheduled. It's going Tuesday, so obviously that's way before any of this happened. So I sound super chipper, super like Super Bowl Sunday today, and it just I'm cracking up because I'm like, man, this is just.
That's one of those like SpongeBob moments, like a few moments later, and it's like, oh, like damn, like my boy, no.
Yeah. So so that's funny. So that's before. So when you listen to that, and I'm like super like up,
hopeful,
and it just sounds like, oh, okay, cool, he's in good spirits. It's not because that's Tuesday. It's like that's Sunday, 7:30 a.m. of Super Bowl Sunday.
Like let's get the day started. Like yeah.
But I'll talk to you this week about the statue and all that. And buffets. Let's talk buffets. So just table that buffets.
Okay.
Yeah. So we'll do that. So it was good to see you. I told you I'd be here, win or lose.
No, you came through. I was a little worried there for a second because like I didn't know you were driving like home.
Yeah.
And so part of me was like, bro, should I just tell Jeremy I'm going to sleep or like, because I was like, it's home, like it was getting late. So I was like, I don't know.
Yeah. But Stephanie looked at me. She's like, are you still recording a pod tonight? And I'm like, yes, I am. I have to.
Yeah.
I have to. So yeah, it was good to see you.
Likewise.
Next time, tell me about your Theo Lencho's party. We'll talk about that too.
I'm glad you brought that up. I will. Okay.
So, yeah. So I'll talk to you soon, boys. I'll talk to you.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. That's the pod. We are brought to you by, as always, Triumph Protective Coatings. They specialize in concrete polish, epoxy flooring systems, micro top floors and walls, and self-leveling underlays. They service California and they speak Spanish. You can follow them. Triumph_coatings on Instagram. And you get a 10% off if you use the promo code ArrowsUp. You can also reach them on Gmail, triumphprotectivecoatings@gmail.com, and you can reach out to them there and check them out. Awesome company. Thank you to Angel. Thank you to David. Thank you to the 49ers for a wonderful season. And I'll talk to you on Tuesday with Harry, and I'll talk to you on Thursday. And next Sunday, we'll do a NBA, sports, all of that. So, yeah. So that's the pod. Thank you for listening. Arrows Up Podcast. You can catch us, listen to us anywhere you get your pods. So please rate, review, subscribe. Follow us on Instagram, Arrows Up. For German, this has been a pleasure talking to you through this football season. I will talk to you on Tuesday. Bang, bang, Niner gang.